this. What? Excuse me. Can you open this? It's very tricky. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. ये है अपना कमरा, वॉशरूम। लवली। और ये अपन खिड़की खोली जा और नदी किनारे। वाह क्या व्यू है। मुझे नहीं जाना कपड़े चेंज करके, जाओ तुम देख लो जहाँ जाना है, लेकिन नहीं हम तो जाएंगे। देखो मक्खी। हे हेलो हेलो मक्खी, हेलो हेलो मधुमक्खी, कम यार कम यार, आजा तो मेरे ब्लॉग में आ जाएगी मक्खी। ओके वी हैव 30 minutes टू चेंज। सो लंच हो गया और लंच में यहाँ की ना मुझे दाक्षी एक डिश है, तो मैंने मशरूम दाक्षी अभी खाया। दाक्षी या दाक्षी ऐसा कुछ बोलते हैं। आई रियली लाइक्ड इट। थाईलैंड से जैसे मैंने अपनी डाइट में मशरूम ऑमलेट ऐड किया था, मुझे लगता है कि आई एम फॉलोइंग इन लव विद दिस मशरूम दाक्षी, तो वो अब मैं ऐड करूँगा अपने कुकिंग लिस्ट में और यूट्यूब से सीखना पड़ेगा और बना के खाऊंगा। यार एक से एक प्रॉपर्टी है यार यहाँ। तो अभी फ़िलहाल ऐसे राइडिंग के लिए आया हूँ, लेकिन डेफिनेटली मन कर रहा है कि एक 100 महीना यहाँ आके अलग से रहो, एक जगह ले लो मस्त यहाँ पर रहो एंड देन बाइक पे इधर उधर घूमते रहो। सो डैम गुड। तो मुझे और राम जी को छोड़ के सारे राइडर्स ने डिसाइड किया कि शॉर्ट राइड लेंगे। तो अनुजीत कह रहे हैं कि मुझे दिन भर भी माउंटेन्स पे बोल लो तो कम पड़ जाएगा। कितना दिन में कितना राइड कर सकते हो?
300 किलोमीटर
बस।
300 किलोमीटर भाई 16-17 घंटे लगते हैं माउंटेन्स में।
हाँ माउंटेन्स में बहुत होता है। फ्लैट लैंड पे 300 तो 5 घंटे में जाएंगे।
हाँ
हाईवे
किलोमीटर माउंटेन्स में 16 घंटे।
माउंटेन्स में एक्चुअली एक दिन का 150 इज लाइक इनफ,
बहुत है यार।
बहुत है। बाकी लोग करेंगे राइड। चलिए राम जी।
These two rivers are different source. They come from different direction of Bhutan.
Okay.
But they meet here.
What are the names in these two rivers?
Male and female.
No name.
Yeah, Pochu, Mochu, male and female. Pochu means male, Mochu means female.
Mochu.
Donka Babe.
So Kevi, what is the history of this place? What is it called, and what is the history of both the rivers?
This is a Punakha Zone called. It's a Punakha fortress. So fortress usually built before as a defense, to the enemy, internal or external. And it was built in 1637 by our unifier, Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal. And this is also our old capital, and all our monarchy king has been crowned over here before. And it was built in between two rivers called Phochu and Mochu, which means male river and female river.
Also wearing the cap. अच्छा वेरी I hope this tree is gifted by Indira Gandhi.
The Punakha Dzong. Dzong means fort.
Dzong means fort.
Yeah. The fort before are built for defense. Okay. To protect the governors and the leaders of the region from the internal enemy and also from the external enemies. So it was been used as a defense. So this fort was built by our unifier called Shabdrung Ngawang Namgyal in 1637 AD. So this is the second fort he built in Bhutan. The first one is in Thimphu, not the Thimphu main fort, but little south from the Thimphu there is a fort called Semtoka Dzong. He built the first fort in Semtoka, which is in 1629, and then second fort here in 1637. This fort is very important for we Bhutanese people and also for the country. This is one of the biggest fort we have, one of the important fort for the country, and also this is one of the blissful fort we have. Why it is important? Because all the important parts for the government has been done over here before. Unifier has built this fort in 1637. From there, he was here and ruled the country, made united, and then after that, monarchy has been started. All the king has been crowned here. First time, still now, still even our the present king, he was crowned here. Though the capital is in Thimphu, but he was crowned here because our old capital is also this one. Punakha is our old capital, and he because of their forefathers, the first king, second king, third king, fourth king has been crowned here. So even the fifth also have to do the same process. Being capital in Thimphu, they do some celebration in Thimphu, but the main parts uh, talks for the government and royal family also they have done here. Royal couple marriage also done here. The prince, the present prince, Jimin Namgil, of our fifth king, also his the name ceremony is also inaugurated here only. And this is also the places where our first National Assembly has been held. The first 5-year plan was started from here. And also this is winter resident for the monk body or our religious head. That was been practice done from the Shabdung Ngao Namgil himself, the unifier. But nowadays also our religious head lead with the monk and they come as a winter session here. Summer they go Thimphu because of the weather. In winter Thimphu is cold, so they come here. Summer is place is very hot and they go Thimphu. So to make like a weather moderate, just so they make a winter resident as well as summer resident. And also this is places where uh, it is less cool. After uniting our country, after making all the rule and regulation of the country, after starting have a plant for so long year by unifier, and then he went for retreat. So when he went for retreat, he never came back from the retreat center. We have a building, I'll show you the building inside. Though they don't allow the visitor to go inside and see that, not only visitor, even the local people, they can go to the first floor just to make a wish and a prayer. So otherwise they don't allow, there's the securities, everything, where they have that unifier in 1651, after uniting the country, after making all rule and regulation of the country, and making rules for the how to start the monarchy, when to start, and who is the ruling the country in that time. So all those system has been made by him, and then he went for retreat and he turned back. So from that day itself, we believe that he's still in the retreat center. So that's why they don't allow the people to visit inside because we may disturb him. But it's been
That's
so
how
long.
many years ago?
It's about 400 years.
That is when he went to.
Yeah. And uh, actually, he got aligned when he was doing retreat. Still, his body is inside, it says, because only the leaders, kings, and the religious head, they know about it. Otherwise, normal people they don't allow because we may disturb him when he was in the uh, retreat center. So that's why they don't allow. And also, this is very blissful because when Unifier came from Tibet, after leaving Tibet, when he came to Bhutan, he brought a relic, small relic, it's a very small relic called Ranjikharsa Pani. In our language, we call Ranjikharsa Pani. It is actually self-created Bodhisattva from the backbone of God of compassion. It's very small, like a rice grain, but every of the face and everything is there. It's the self-created Bodhisattva relic. So that relic is one of the his praying God, unifier's praying God. So he could not leave all alone when he came to Bhutan. He could not leave that relic in Tibet. So he brought that relic along with him, and still we have this relic. So because of that relic, Tibetan conflict has been attract. Tibetan people has attract to unify, to take back. So in first attack, smart logic has been used by unifier, because we don't have military. It's just beginning. The country is just getting united in the starting. So no military. Lots of people, Tibetan people are in the north side, in the mountain side, to attack him here. Take back his relic. So unifier has the confusion is how to fight back. So no army, no bodyguards for him. There's few people around who look help for him. So instead of fighting with them, they are with the bow and arrows and all. In ancient times, they fight with those things, bow and arrow or a sword and like that. So they are all lots of thousands of them are in the mountainside. And then what unifier did is he called some strong people, the 15 numbers of strong people around the village. Called them inside the fort. He dressed them all in the same style, same color dress, same hat, carrying in the hand, same thing. Made them here. We have one exit point from that white pillar to outside, and this is the entry point. So he made the 50 people to go out from here, then them to come inside for whole day. So the Tibetan people will not see that they are going out. They're just seeing that they are coming inside. So they are making whole day of round. So the Tibetan people was unable to count them, how many of them enter inside. They thought that thousands of army enter inside, so how they can come and attack them. So instead of coming and fighting, they went back.
Where did they see? Which mountain?
From the north of the fort.
Gotcha.
They are looking from that side.
Surrounded, no? Mountains.
Almost
I know.
all that.
So that's the.
Yeah, from the north side. They are. So with that smart logic, they went back. So the relic is still we have here. So second attack also done by Tibetan people. In second attack, he made that artificial relic. Instead of that original one, he wrapped in the white piece of cloth, kept inside it, the bow slip, and then he, in front of those Tibetan peoples and some Bhutanese securities and all, governor people, he have thrown that artificial relic in the river, saying that because of the relics, we are having conflict each other. So, not to have such thing in the future, we are throwing this one. So they have thrown in the river. So the Tibetan people feel that
It's
no,
anyway gone.
no point to fight now. Because of relic, we are fighting, but when the relic is washed, what we can get it after fighting also. So that's why they left. But still, we have that white, that original relic here, because he wrapped in the white piece of cloth and he kept inside his slip. So that's why we put this white extra piece of cloth with the pin in the dress as a part of dress. Still nowadays, that time, because that relic has been wrapped in the white. So we have that relic still here.
This is also part of being official
Yes,
duty.
yes.
Yeah. Correct. No, you're part of the government duty. That's why it is that. Yeah?
Not really as a only for the government duty. It
Any
is-
duty.
should be any duty to visit temple also, to have some important meeting. It's the official dress as well as national dress. So in any activities, important activities, or visiting temples or meeting any office we go, we have to wear this dress as a.
And what
But
are the
when-
monks doing here?
Sorry.
Why are there so many monks here?
Being this fort nowadays, as before it is used for defense, but nowadays these forts are used as the head office of the administrative of Punakha district, and also head office for the religious body of Punakha district. So the monks they live here. They do it's like a schools for them, the monastery, so where they can learn.
So this is
all-
also a monastery.
yes, the part of. So this is central tower.
They live and stay here.
So
Which is why
from
there's so
Central
many of them.
Tower to this coordinate, all government office. These are all government office. Head office for the Punakha district.
So
It
your
was
municipal
capital.
regulation is also here?
Yes, all the departments are here, like culture department,
Municipal
Uh,
regulation is also here.
city department, or a governor office also here
Yes.
of Punakha. And from Central Tower to other side, it's all religious. So monk they live there, they do study, their classroom, everything is in the other side. The temples and everything is in the other side. So Central Tower, basically in all the fort, we have 20 district has their own main fort. And also some district has more than one or two fort. But the main fort, they will always have a central tower. And central tower will divide the religious side and the administrative.
Yeah, across all of them.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
So even in the fort where we saw in Paro,
Yes,
it's
they
the
are
same
the same.
structure.
Just the size differ.
Yeah, I
The
understand.
fort, the small fort, big fort is just different, but the architecture, design,
Is the same.
everything is same.
Yeah, yeah.
ನೋಡಿ ಅದು ಇದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ.
Internal parts of the retreat center for the religious. So local people can go to the first floors and then make prayers and wishes, but they don't open that main doors inside which was protected. The relic, the cave.
The relic is still here?
Yes, relic. So they show that relic, which is a bodhisattva, will to the people once in a year, in the date and to celebrate date anniversary of Unifier, they, as a part of blessing to the peoples, they can show in the ground with the all protections with some microscope, so we can able to see little bigger one. Otherwise, it is very small. So we
Rice
can-
grain.
Yeah, like a size of rice grain. So presently it was kept here only.
So outsiders are not allowed inside?
Not allowed.
Only local?
Yeah. Local also only up to the first floor.
सो जस्ट अभी हम फोर्ट से बाहर आए और मेन जो अंदर जो मंदिर था, जो टेंपल था जहाँ पर बुद्धा स्टैचू थे और जो रिलीजियस एक्टिविटीज़ सारी वहाँ पर होती हैं, इवन किंग को भी यहीं पर क्राउन किया गया था। तो बहुत सारी हिस्ट्री का और भी पार्ट केबी ने हमको बताया, लेकिन अंदर कैमरा अलाउड नहीं था, तो इसलिए मैं अंदर कैमरा लेके नहीं जा पाया। लेकिन केबी ने काफ़ी कुछ बताया जो कि बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है और भूटान की हिस्ट्री और कल्चर और रिलीजन को कैसे अब तक बचा के रखा है उसके बारे में काफ़ी कुछ बताया। तो ये आप आके यहाँ पर एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं। मुझे इतना पता है कि ये एक तरह का डेमो था भूटान का, जो कि बाइक राइड के बहाने हुआ है। आई थिंक मैं यहाँ पर दोबारा आऊँगा टू नो मोर अबाउट द कल्चर एंड द प्लेस। भूटान बहुत फैसिनेट करता है और काफ़ी समय से फैसिनेट करता है, जिसमें से इजिप्ट भी एक है। लेकिन अभी मैं भूटान की बात कर रहा हूँ, तो जब मैं वापस यहाँ पर आऊँगा तब आराम से कुछ दिन यहाँ बिता के मे बी सोलो राइड या मे बी किसी एक या दो राइडर के साथ यहाँ पर आऊँगा। बट आई विल डेफिनेटली कम हियर।